morning, friends. Welcome to Storytime. I hope I find everybody well today and doing well back at school, and all the little ones coming to see us and learn here with us today. Before I get started, I want to talk about the census and how important it is to get out there. If parents have not filled this out, please make sure to fill the census out. If you need any help, come on in here. Time is ticking. We need to be counted. We matter. And the funds that come from the census help our preschools, Head Starts, free lunches, low-income housing, funds for children with disabilities, Medicare Part B, our first responders, our elderly, our libraries. It helps so many things. And when we are not counted, we put the money that we are able to get at jeopardy. So make sure you get out there and get counted. We're all important. So with that, let's start by saying,
Hola, 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 ¿y cómo estás? Estoy bien, y espero que tú también. Aquí estamos juntos, aquí estamos juntos, los felices que estamos.
Yes, well.
And in English? Hello, and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Here we are together. Here we are together. How happy are we?
Sorry, I didn't give you a breath. I was going to. Mr. Jen started being.
It's my favorite song to sing at story time.
So it's time to be silly and have fun. Okay, so now we're going to do our numbers and our colors again, and then we're going to read. Now I'm dressed in this three-colored shirt because starting September 15th to October 15th, it's National Hispanic Heritage Day. And what that is all the Hispanic American or Hispanics that come and they make things happen here in America. They make differences, they make changes, positive changes. Celia Cruz, through music, Pedro Martinez, through baseball, Sonia Sotomayor, through the justice system, and Cesar Chavez, through the American Farm Workers Union, and the list goes on. And just remember that keep yourself focused, keep yourself positive, and keep yourself ambitious so that you can be anything that you want to be. Just let's start by learning. Ready, Mr. Jen?
I am.
Uno,
one.
Rojo, red.
Rojo, red.
Dos is two.
Azul, blue.
Tres is three.
Tres is three.
Amarillo, yellow.
Cuatro is four. Verde, green.
Cinco, five.
Blanco, white.
Seis is
six.
Negro, black.
Negro, black.
Siete is seven.
Anaranjado, orange. Ocho is eight. Rosa is pink.
Nueve is nine.
Nueve is brown. Café es brown.
10 is 10.
10 is 10.
Morado is purple.
Morado is purple.
Los números.
The numbers.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
Counting in English first.
Okay.
1,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Finish it is. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes. Very good. Muy bien. Yay. Thank you. All right. Now I am going to read this book about a library that is on some burros, some donkeys. And this gentleman, let me tell you what his name is before we start. He's a librarian in Colombia. And this librarian's name is Luis Soriano Borges. And he has a lot of journeys with his burros, and he takes books to all the children so that they can have reading. And the book is called Waiting for Billy Burro, Biblio Burro by Monica Brown. And the pages are thick, so bear with me. Ready? Here we go. On a hill behind a tree, there is a house. In the house, there is a bed. On the bed, there is a little girl named Anna, fast asleep, dreaming about the world outside beyond the hill. She's sleeping in there, dreaming about all the things. We have a butterfly, birds, chickens, a peacock, a monkey in the tree. When Anna wakes up to Rooster's kikiri-kitty, Papa is already at work on the farm, and Mommy is busy in the garden. Anna bathes her little brother and feeds the goats and collects the eggs to sell at the market. So she has her basket of eggs and she has her little goat right there. She's been a busy little girl this morning. After breakfast, Anna and her mother walk down the hill. Anna closes her eyes against the sun and wishes she was back in the pool of the house with her libro, her book. There's her mommy watering the garden. Daddy looks like he's building borders for the garden. Anna has read her book, her only book, so many times that she knows it by heart. The book was a gift from her teacher for working so hard on her reading and writing. But last fall, her teacher moved away far, and now there is no one to teach Anna and the other children in the village.
Her book?
She's reading her book. That's the teacher that gave her the book.
Her book?
So at night, on her bed in the house on the hill, Anna makes up her own cuentos and tells the stories to her little brother to help him fall asleep. She tells him stories and makes believe creatures that live in the forest and the mountains and the sea. She wishes for new stories to read, but her teacher with the books has gone. Aww. So she's sharing her stories with her little brother, it looks like. Look at all the animals are outside there paying attention. Those are the things in her imagination. We have a dragon. Looks like a unicorn cat.
Huh.
All kinds of things that she has using her imagination. One morning, Anna wakes up to the sounds of tak-tak-tak, clip-clop, and a loud yeah, yeah. When Anna looks down the hill below her house, she sees a man with a sign that reads, Biblio Burro. With the man, there are 2 burros. What are they carrying? What do you think they're carrying? Libros, books. Anna runs down the hill to the man with the sign and the burros and the books. Other children run to him too, skipping down hills and stomping through the fields. Everybody's excited. They're getting more excited over the Biblio Burro than they are an ice cream man. That's amazing. Who are you? Who are they? The children ask. The man says, I'm a librarian, a bibliotecario. And these are my burros, Alpha and Beto. Welcome to the Biblio Burro, my biblioteca. But, Senor, Anna says, I thought libraries were only in big cities and buildings.
Oh.
Not this one, says the librarian. This is a moving library. Then he spreads out his books and invites children to join him under a tree. He's sharing his books with all the children, and they're all so happy. Even the rooster's sitting there listening to the story he's reading to them. Once upon a time, the librarian begins sharing the story of an elephant who swings from a spider's web. He reads from books with beautiful pictures that helps the little ones learn their abecedario. Abecedario is alphabet. He sings A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Finally, he says, now it's your turn. Pick out books, and in a few weeks I will be back to collect them and bring you new ones. Me too? Asks Anna. Especially you, says the librarian with a smile. That's nice. So many cuentos. While Alpha and Beto chomp the sweet grass under the tree, Anna picks up book after book and finds pink dolphins and blue butterflies, castles and fairies, talking lions, and magic carpets. Wow, she's going all over the place in those books. Someone should write a story about your burros, Anna tells the librarian, rubbing Alpha's nose and feeding more grass to Beto. Why don't you? He asks. Then he packs up his books and he's off. Enjoy, he calls to the children. I'll be back. Anna runs up the hill to her house, hugging the books to her chest. She can't wait to share her books with her brother. And that night she reads until she can't read anymore. He's taking off, and every little child has a book. Each morning, Anna does her chores and reads and looks out her window. She listens for the sounds of Alpha and Beto, but weeks pass and the librarian doesn't return. When will he come back again? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go read, Anna. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, go draw, Anna. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, go write, Anna. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who finally says, go to bed, Anna. So she has all these days that pass. She has lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. So she has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All those days are passing and passing. She's still waiting for the bibliotecario, the librarian. One night, Anna dreams she's flying over her country on a butterfly's back. In her dreams, she crosses mountains and oceans and rivers and jungles, bringing stories everywhere she goes. Stories fly from her mouth and fingers like magic, falling into the hands of children waiting below. When Anna awakes, when she wakes up, she misses Alpha and Beto and the Biblioburo's books. She remembers that the librarian told her that she should write a book. And so, with paper and string and colored pencils, she does. Here's how her book starts. Había una vez, once upon a time. Finally, just when Anna thinks she'll never see the Biblioburo again, she wakes up to Hija, Hija, and children yelling. She runs down the hill with her library books and a special surprise of her very own. I wrote this cuento for you, she says. Qué bueno, the librarian says. And then he reads her story to the children under the tree. She wrote a book like the librarian asked her to. She used the string to put the pages together and her colored pencils to write and draw. When it's time to go, Anna's book is packed carefully on the burro's back, ready to be carried away over the hills and through the fields to another child who is asleep on a bed, in a house, on a hill, behind a tree, dreaming of Alpha and Beta and all the new stories the Biblioburo will bring. He's like right there waiting. And I believe that is the end.
That was really nice.
That was a very good book, and like I say, that's a true story. There's a librarian in Colombia who made that happen for children because he knows how important it is to read and let our imaginations grow through what we read. So with that, Mr. Jan is going to come and read a little bit for us as well. Take it away, Mr. Jan.
So fun fact, Miss Adela, I just realized the donkey's names are Alpha and Beta. I was trying to follow along and then I realized, oh, it's Alpha. That's kind of awesome. Good morning, everybody. All right, Mom and Dad, you guys awake? It's 10 o'clock, it's almost 10:30. It's story time. So it's been a while since I've read Storytime, so I'm very excited to read this. The book is called My Name is, Me Llamo, The Life of Celia Cruz. It's written by, Monica Brown again, and illustrated by Rafael Lopez. All right. Mr. Jan has to get into his comfy spot so I can read the pages as well. Can you see it? How's that look? Okay? Alright. Sugar. My voice is strong, smooth, and sweet. I will make you feel like dancing. Close your eyes and listen. My voice feels like feet skipping on cool, wet sand, like running under a waterfall, like rolling down a hill. My voice climbs and rocks and dips and flips with the sounds of congas beating and trumpets blaring. Boom, 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 beat the congas. Clap, clap, clap. Go the hands. Shake, shake, shake. Go the hips. I'm the queen of salsa, and I invite you to come dance with me. So that is Celia Cruz.
Azúcar.
Open your eyes. My costumes are as colorful as my music. With ruffles, beads, sparkles, and feathers, they shimmer and shake as I move my graceful arms and legs to the beat of the tropics and the rhythm of my heart. In my mind, I carry the place that I am from and the places that I've been. When I sing, memories of my childhood come back to me, spilling into my songs. That's very beautiful art. I was born in Cuba, an island in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. My Cuba was the city of Havana. Our family had a warm kitchen filled with the voices of women and men, grandparents, brothers, sisters, cousins, and friends. We ate rice, beans, and bananas and filled our bellies with love and warm coffee with milk and lots of sugar. In the evenings, I would help my mother put the younger children to sleep by singing to them soothing, sweet lullabies. My father worked long and hard on the railroad, but loved coming home to us each day. He would sit in the backyard and sing with us. He gave us the gift of his music and filled our hearts with hope. Sometimes, when I would sing with my father, the neighbors would hear the sound of my voice and walk over to listen to my melodies. We may have been poor, but music cost nothing and brought joy to us all. So if you have a special talent, it's wonderful to share that with your friends and family and community. My papa wanted me to become a school teacher. Such an important job. At school, I learned and grew. I studied history and art, mathematics and science, and even music. I did well in school, and I loved to sing. When I sang, my body would fill with the rhythms of Africa and mix with the Spanish sounds of my Cuban mother tongue. Finally, one of my favorite teachers took my two hands and said, "Go out into the world and sing, my child. You will be known across the land. Your voice is a gift from above and must ring sweet in the ears of our people." My cousin Anita and I would travel far on the bus so I could have a chance to sing in competitions. Even though some people would not let me sing in their contests because of the color of my skin, I did not let this stop me from making my voice heard. I promised myself that I would keep singing and studying no matter what. That's a rooster and then maybe a hen or a chicken and it's like a dove. I was still a young woman when a revolution began in my country. Like many others, I left my Cuba forever. First, I traveled to Mexico. Then I traveled to the United States with my husband, the trumpeter Pedro Knight, in our musical group Sonora Matancera. Did I say that right? Matancera?
Mm-hmm.
Close enough? New York. My new home with the lights and people, a blend of many cultures and traditions. From my window, I saw the lights and heard the music. I was the light and the music. Though I left my island and became a United States citizen, I carried my people in my heart. My songs were a gift to all those Cubans who left their island and all the children of the Americas. Boom, boom, boom. The sounds of the congas and the trumpets returned to me. Miami, home away from home. One day in a restaurant, a young waiter asked me if I wanted sugar in my coffee. Sugar, I said. How could he even ask? I am Cuban. Yes, with sugar. And when I sipped the milky sweetness, I was back in my mother's kitchen with my family and friends. From that point on, when I walked out on stage, I would simply say, sugar. They would know exactly what I meant. Home and love and lots of kisses. The audience would bring their hands together and welcome me. Clap, clap, clap. Coffee, by the way, is a wonderful thing. I sang with my friends, Tito and Johnny and Willie, and people loved our music. Together we brought a new music to the Americas, salsa, a music that blended rock with rumba, mambo with jazz. People loved to dance and swing to our music, shake, 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 with their hips as they laughed and danced. Teachers and presidents honored me, all because my song sounded like the waves of the ocean hitting the roof of my mouth, like the streets of Havana, like my mother's kitchen, like a tummy full of beans and bananas and rice, like a cup of warm coffee with sugar. They named me the Queen of Salsa, and I wore that crown proudly. I crossed borders and broke boundaries because I was a survivor, and no one ever stopped me from singing ever again. My records turned to gold and silver, and streets and stars were given my name. Boom, 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 beat the congas. Clap, 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 go the hands. Shake, 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 go the hips. When we sing together, our words are like smiles flying across the sky. Come dance with me now, my friends, to the beat of the drums and the sound of the trumpets in the tropics. Even when I am gone, my music will live on. Azúcar, sugar.
Azúcar.
Is azúcar?
Azúcar.
Azúcar. And that's the end. And there's just a little, quick little blurb. Celia Cruz. When Celia Cruz sang, she brought happiness to all those who heard her. She was born in Havana, Cuba in 1924 and grew up to become a singer who was loved across many oceans. Celia grew up with 13 brothers, sisters, and cousins under one small roof. She loved singing even as a child and was most joyful when she was on stage sharing her love of music. During the 1950s, she became the lead singer for a Cuban musical group called Sonora Matancera, which became famous across the Americas. After the Cuban Revolution, Celia and her husband left Cuba forever and became United States citizens. In the years that followed, Celia Cruz sang with many famous musicians such as Tito Puente, Johnny Pacheco, and Willie Colon. Together, they helped create a new type of music called salsa. In her lifetime, Celia Cruz became the Queen of Salsa and touched many lives throughout the world. She was honored with Grammy Awards and gold records and even a star on the Hollywood's Walk of Fame. When Celia Cruz died on July 16, 2003, thousands mourned the loss of their shining star. The mayor of New York named July 22nd Celia Cruz Day, and thousands of people lined the streets of New York City to say goodbye to her one last time, shouting, Azúcar, and filling the streets with her beautiful music. So that, folks, is the life of Celia Cruz. That was really good. I like that.
Good job, good job.
I just like going boom, 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 shake, 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 clap, clap, clap.
So did Miss Celia Cruz. Celia Cruz, we all know her, and when she said that she sang with gusto, and when she sang with gusto, and she shined and brought everything with her, from her inside all the way out. It was sweet, and if you notice through the story, she loved sugar. She loved sugar in all forms, not only the kind that we consume or that we eat or we use in our food or our drinks, but she loved the sugar of life. And that is why whenever we think Celia Cruz, we think azúcar, because that's what she was. She was just sweet. And shares a lot with us. And that dance salsa is really fun. With that, we are going to say
Adios, mis amigos, adios. Adios, mis amigos, adios. Adios, mis amigos, hasta luego. Adios, mis amigos, adios. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends, see you later. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye.
Be kind, be happy, enjoy your family, and don't forget
Azúcar!
azúcar. See you next time.